What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2. I finally got me a Storm Kitty last weekend, and time to get this guy leveled up. So I'm not really sure who I would want to use this on. The Storm Cat does have a very unique special ability, which is going to be all crit related, but let's get this guy all jacked up. First things first, let's start off with some pet levels. We're going to use a small booster here to get to 10, and then we will feed this little guy. Let's get rid of the Garbo food first. Not that I will ever go through all the fishes I have. Get a little evolve in there, and then I think we use a big one for the next tier. It got me to 25. You gather the fish so much quicker than you actually use them. So I don't know. I'm not sure I will ever actually run out of the regular quality pet food for the fishes. Now in this tier we need to use a big one, and that will take us to 42 or 45. Now, of course, I could just grind and use this cat and get those levels for free, but I do have a bunch of the small boosters. So I'm just going to go ahead and blast a small booster into it to get it to level 45. And then we will feed this little guy a bit more here. And then for our final evolution, we'll go ahead and crack that guy right off to 60. And get them fully leveled up here. So that will handle the levels anyway. Now we need to look for the ability. We got Chain Lightning here. That's not the ability we want. So let's start off by re-rolling that one. Chain Lightning. I'm gonna need to use pet ability re-rolls, of course. And there we go. We got High Voltage. So this one increases critical strike chance by 100% and crits damage by 50% for 7 seconds. I believe this one's got a 30-second cooldown on it. Yeah, 30-second cooldown. So not too shabby there. Now, I'm not sure what I would want to use this on. Basically 100% crit chance and 50% crit damage is a 50% damage boost for 7 seconds, essentially. Which, you know, pets like, say, Snowstorm is giving you a 65% damage boost for 5 seconds. Of course, like Cyclone, you get, what, 55%? Or is it 60%? Don't really remember off the top of my head. And then things like Sandstorm just give you that 15%. So definitely a nice damage boost, but would I want to use this on a hero damage or an ability power hero? You know, mainly I play active on my Hunter quite often now. Of course, the Hunter would not benefit from a pet like this because he's already got his self buff, which gives him the 100% crit chance. So you would get, you know, really no benefit for using it on the Hunter. You could use it on an ability power hero, and then that would be good for, like, ability blasting. It would give you a 50% boost. I think that see, that's the thing, is why would you not just use Dragolich even on an ability power hero? I'm not really sure where I would want to use this pet at all. I don't even think I'd want to use it on an ability power hero. You know, a Dragolich is going to give you twice the damage for, like, an ability nuker. Now, the benefit you got is that 30-second cooldown. But what do we want to do? Well, let's get him dialed in here. Let's get the rest of the things re-rolled. Let's start off with the pet attack rate. Pet attack rate, of course, the lower number is better, so we want to be shooting for 215. And the lower you go, the better off you are. There's a 217. That's pretty close. We will stick with that one for now. You want a lower number on the attack rate because that is how often it attacks. So this one is going to be attacking every 2.17 seconds. And then, of course, just going to send out that one volley, which his attack I don't think is really going to be that big of a deal. Now, what else do we want to reroll? We can leave defense power on there. That is a low roll, though. Let's see if we can't get a little better roll. See if we can get the old 349 here. I think the chances of getting that are going to be pretty slim. There's a small improvement, but not much. There's a hero damage. Oh, and we got it. 349 defense power. So we got our defense power. Now, what do we want this one? I like to usually go with either hero damage and defense power or ability power and defense power. That way I can use the hero to build or to DPS. I think let's go for ability power on this one. I can always re-roll it later if I decided to go, use this on a hero damage hero. Or if I see a 349 in hero damage, I may just end up taking the hero damage instead. Let's see here. We definitely don't need the defense health on it, though. Here's a 343. Oops. Let's not re-roll that one. It might be a little bit of a challenge to get higher than the 343 without just rolling an absolute ton. We'll get a few rolls in there. $336. No love. We'll give it 2 more. I think that 343 is just going to be the best thing I have for now. 1 more just for good measure. Oh, and there we go. The 1 more for good measure got me a little bit of an upgrade there. Now, what else would we want to reroll? I'm fine with it being earth damage, so I'm just going to leave the earth damage alone. We could try to get more damage out of the pet attack, but 3225 is the cap. We're at 3216 now. Plus, you're not really going to be using this pet for its individual, bit of damage output in that regard. You're going to be using it for the ability only, as with most pets. I think we'll just leave that one alone. But yeah, high voltage, that is the one. So, a high voltage kitty cat will get your crits up. 100% crit chance. That's quite nice. That is quite nice for sure. Now, like I said, I'm not really sure where I would use this one. If you needed to do, or if you were doing like an ability power nuke build where you needed to use the ability more often, getting it every 30 seconds would be pretty good. But, it's going to be tough to compare it to a Dragolich with Drago offering just so much more than that. But there is the Stormcat. Now, in my personal opinion, the Stormcat is the best of the Elemental Rumble pets. They all look kind of cool, though. I mean, they did good visually on them. The wing animation is just absolutely awesome. So, I feel like they did a good job with these pets. I'm not really sure where I'd want to use them, though. But yeah, there we go. Storm Kitty is finally in the bag. Happy to get it and get it re-rolled and get it to a usable point. But who would I use it on? For that, I'm not 100% sure. But that will get it for now, though. Thanks an absolute ton for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you soon. Take it easy.